Hi guys, so for today's 5th grade worksheet, we're going to start off with place values. It says write the 5-digit numbers. So we know that the answers are going to go up to 5 digits, or basically 5 places. So let's look at number 1. So we see that there are 3 big numbers, and the biggest one goes up to 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the easiest way we can do it is align it, or we can align it in our heads. So we see that this one's in the 5th. But if we were to think about it, there's a 0 here, and this one's in the 4th. If we were to think about 700, this one's in the 3rd. So it goes 5, 4, 3. So we can just go in that order. So we put 2 first because it's in the wavefront. Then we can put 6. And then, because it's only 5, we just put a comma there. And then we know that this is the 3rd. And since there's nothing else, we just put 2 zeros. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. But this is our answer. Let's try one more. Number 3. So it doesn't look like number 1 exactly. However, we see that there is a decimal here. And this one goes up to 1, 2, 3. However, if this decimal were to go, it'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if we think about it, that's how it really works with decimals. So let's just start labeling again. We can put decimals we can put decimals if it makes it easier. This one would be the 5th section. This one would be the 4th. This one the 3rd. And this one the very last. So we can just put it as 1. Or we can put it as the 2nd. And so we can put it in order now. So we go to 5, 4, 3, and then because it's only up to hundreds, we put a decimal point there. And because 4 is 2, we put it there, and we need one more. So there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. That's our answer for number 3. Moving on. We have algebra. Find the missing number. So the main properties we're going to focus on is adding and subtracting. So let's look at number 1. Very simple. We see that all we need to do is subtract to get the number. So if we do 700 or 7004 minus 717, we get an answer of 6,287. However, if we take a look at number 3, we know that there's a missing number here, and we want to isolate it or make it become alone in order to find what this number is. Now, the first thing we know is that this number is going to be more than 4,806, because obviously if it was less, we would get a negative number. So in order to isolate this question mark, we're going to add 163 to both sides. This becomes 0, so just cross off. And then this becomes 4,969. So that's all we need to put now. And if you were to do the math, 4,969 minus 163 would get you 4,806. Multiplying decimals. So multiplying decimals is not as difficult for now. As we see, we have very simple numbers. All you need to do, so let's look at number 1. we're going to first just multiply whatever number we see. Just don't ignore the decimals and everything. So we see that 14 are the numbers. So 14 times 14 is 16. Now, in order to figure out how many decimal places it has, you just need to add the amount it has on each number. So we see that this has 1 plus 1, 2 places, which equals 3 places. So we start from this end, 1, 2, 3, put a decimal there, and that is your answer. Let's try one more. Let's try it with number 5. So ignore the decimals once again. 4 times 7 is 28. And then we're going to see how many each decimal places it to the left it went. So it went 1, and this one also went once, which equals 2. So this just goes 1, 2, and that is your answer. Lastly, we have fraction word problems. So let's look at example number 2. So Isabel decided to run 4/5 miles every day. She ran 2/5 mile to work and 1/4 mile at noon. How much more? So this is the question. How much more does she need after dinner if she wants to meet her target distance? So first, let's just see how much she ran for now throughout the day. So we need to do 2/5 plus 1/4. Now, obviously, we can't just add this across, so we're going to have to find a common denominator. Let's go with 20. So we're going to cross multiply. So 4 times 2 is 8 over 20. And 5 times 1 is 5. So plus 5, 20. And we get 1320. So now we need to, so we found how much she got for now. And now we need to figure out how much she needs to do more. So we're going to do 4/5 minus 1320. However, once again, we cannot just subtract this. We have to find common denominators. Instead of cross multiplying, we're just going to change. We're just going to change 4 over 5 into 20s. So all you need to do is multiply by 4. And you get 16 over 20 minus 13 out of 20. And you get the answer, 13 out of 20 miles. I hope this all made sense, and thank you for listening.